You must have seen a lot of videos on YouTube titled things like, "I'm 27 and I've never had a girlfriend. I'm 30 and I have no friends." And do you ever think that, I don't want this life, that sucks. Why would you want to continue telling yourself that this would be your future? I don't want to. So therefore, I want to present a positive way of thinking in order to break through that limiting belief that you will be lonely forever, even if your past experiences tell you not to. The stories of rejection have often been pretty harsh. For example, and this is relatable to a lot of young men, particularly the ones on those YouTube channels, they would find a girlfriend, they would think everything's happy for a couple years, but then realize that their girlfriend's becoming less interested. And then it later turns out that she's been cheating on him with another man, and it destroyed him because he received just a bit of attention from the girl, and that's all it took for him to believe that she was completely interested in him, because he knows no better. He doesn't get this kind of unconditional love from anyone else, maybe not even his parents if he didn't have a great relationship with them. So a lot of these "I'm 27 and have no friends" guys, it's tough, I know, but they're suffering from limiting beliefs, thinking that they're not good enough. But I'm telling you, me and the boys, we say you are. And I'm telling you right now, have you not had enough of your terrible situation? Don't you want to just break through that limiting belief that you have and form a better life? Just go out there to a coffee shop, see what happens, try new things, talk to new people. And I know where these difficulties stem from. I have autism, and before I have put too much trust in other people who I thought were my friends, but they ended up just taking advantage of me, using me for their own gain. And it took me a few years to realize, step back and think, wow, this whole time I was just a useful tool to them, and they didn't reciprocate any of the love or loyalty that I had for them. It sucks, and as much as it hurts, you have to find a new way and make new friends. Have you ever made a social group out of the few close friends that you have, and you become one of those groups that you used to look up to, thinking they were so cool, they did things on their own terms? You could be that guy now, and especially because you formed it, you would become the group leader. That's exactly what I did at 17 years old. After a few years of hanging out with the popular kids and realizing how little value I had to them, how lowly they viewed me, I decided to make myself more of the top dog. So I gathered my 4 closest friends, and most nights during the summer holidays when I was 17, we would go to the park and hang out with other teenagers. They didn't suspect a damn thing that we were outcasts. But when you collectively gather a lot of outcasts and bring them together, they no longer become outcasts because they are part of the same group, and they are bonded by their previous experiences of being outcasts to become part of a group, which makes them no longer an outcast. You see where the positive feedback loop comes in here? You all need to band together and become closer with your friends around you, the ones you trust, the ones who you share the same struggles with, to become stronger as one friendship group. This way you can easily avoid being judged by other people, and therefore you avoid a situation where you make an "I'm 27 and lonely" video on YouTube. You must band together with the people who share the same social experiences as you. And let me tell you myself, I have Asperger's syndrome. I was diagnosed over 18 years ago now. And throughout the time I have struggled to overcome my social difficulties. I have learnt a lot, and I have reached the point where in the last 5 years, no one has ever suspected that I have autism based on the way I carry myself in conversation and social settings. And because of my experiences and my mission to help young people with autism like me as a career, I have now launched the pre-sale for my one-to-one coaching package where I help young adults with autism or who think they have autism to overcome the social difficulties that they may face in their lives. To learn more about it, please check the link in the description. And after all that I've told you today, you should think, being lonely? Fuck that. Band together with your friends, man, and make a cracking social event out of your friends. Go experience life like you should and have a good time. Thank you so much for listening. Take care and see you in the next video.